Hey Collective, it's Alan. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be kind of a quick one. It's going to be dedicated towards responding to a question I had been asked by a friend of mine regarding how they can be of more service to raising the vibration of humanity. And seeing as I've been focusing a lot of my energy on coming together with a group of very influential people throughout the world who are masters of their own domains in a way that uplifts humanity, I thought I would tackle this in a very elegant way, I think. Very simplistic, but very elegant nonetheless. Part of the task of turquoise leadership, if you will, or a new leadership unfolding that works for the divine universe in a very spiritually centered manner, that deals with the topics that affect the people, as we the people of the people for the people, one of the things that happens is that we come across this point where we have to come together and bridge the gap of how people can truly understand what it is that we would be doing and what that means to them. And one of the byproducts of that is how they can be a part of it, other than just being part of a viewership of the show or a call-in show or whatever we decide to do. The question still remains how every individual can do something for humanity that is equally as uplifting as what we're going to be doing. And so as a means to bridge that gap here, I decided that I would give you guys an idea of what I've done myself. And what I had decided to do is look at the divine universe, specifically God, which I believe in, or you can call it Allah, the architect, the great architect, whatever you call it, source, creation, whatever it is, as an individual that we are all living within the head of, that we are all brain cells within it. So what I decided to do is I started to funnel all of my energy into creating things into the universe that I thought were beautiful. So I used to draw a lot, or I paint, or I sing, or whatever artistic expression God has given me. And what I decided to do is what I'm going to convey for you all to try if you want to do something for humanity. As I decided that I would start using my artistic expression, no matter what it is, as a means to get my work into God's house, if you will. And essentially what that means is, have you ever noticed that parents are really known for this, where they have these beautiful children they bring into the world that they've created themselves, and every year they tend to go to school and they come back with drawings or any type of artwork or even grades, really good report cards, that we hang up on our refrigerators as a symbol of pride and of great joy at the fact that our child has created something so unique. And I decided, why not ask you all as a collective to start looking at things in that way? One of the things that we can do, even if it's a small gesture, is to remember that we are God's children. And as such, whether you're part of this turquoise leadership or the show that I'm trying to get off the ground, you can still be of service to the divine itself. Instead of looking at the problem or the situation from the standpoint of being of service to humanity in and of itself, why not focus your energies on uplifting the spirit of the divine and allowing your joy and your creativity to inspire it to remember why they created us, and maybe help us raise the vibration of all of the total sum of us by getting your artwork hung up in Dad's house, if you will. Why not take the moment to freelance draw a stick figure art piece that you think is really, really odd or whatnot, and then decide to add artistic flair by putting patches in it, or drawing different things, or making holes in it and seeing what you create, with the idea of lifting Dad's spirit by showing him what creation can look like in every varied form. Don't worry about whether it's good or bad. Look at it from the standpoint that you're just trying to remind God that his children are creative and that we're here to do stuff. If you are a singer, why not take the opportunity now through this phase of reset to go ahead and record or write a song that is dedicated towards the divine? Not in a way that's just necessarily praising it, but just in a way that represents the love that you feel from it. Or if you are a painter, why not create a beautiful piece of what you think God's house looks like, or what you think the earth looks like from its vantage point? What do you think that the divine would enjoy seeing as a reflection of itself through your eyes, and put it into a piece of canvas? Or if you are a writer, why not create a story that depicts God's love for humanity in a way that raises its vibration by knowing that it's being heard, and watch the world open up to you? When it comes to these type of things that we as humans experience, we have to understand that we are God's children. And the best thing we can do for dear old Dad right now is to show that we are not redundant, that we're not just materialistic, and that we're not just focused on ourselves, that we remember that we are someone's, meaning some, S-U-M, of one, of our Dad, of our Heavenly Father. And why not put our efforts to creating harmony, beauty, love, poetry, any type of thing that brings the world together by reminding the divine that its children know what it is to truly be free and expressive, and remind the divine that we're not redundant, that we are the best part of it, and that we are here to make real things change and happen by creating something loving, joyful, and that celebrates life. I think that would be the greatest thing for all of us to do to raise the vibration of humanity. Give it a go. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and do something that you want hung up in Great Old Dad's house and see how much better things get for humanity. That's it for me, guys.